You are listening to the Maje tic Mindz podcast.
Hello to all the beautiful people there. Happy 2023. This is Morgan on the Maje tic Mindz podcast. I am your host with the most and a lot to boast. Sorry, my rapping skills are still just not very rappy. I have a guest here today from the 88 Music brand, who's also the co-founder, who also makes music. Do you go by Kenny or do you go by, what do you want to be called?
So, in terms of the podcast, you could call me Kenny, but my rap name's FYB Kenny.
FYB Kenny?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll call you Kenny for now. So, Kenny, feel free to tell a little about yourself. What do you want the audience to know, and how did you come about being the co-founder of the 88 Music brand?
And so first things first about me, I'm the co-founder of 88 Music. I'm also the CFO and one of the artists. A little bit backstory, I met PayPay, I want to say in freshman year. It was a name, we all went to the same high school. I heard the name PayPay before, right? I've heard some things about him, but I never really knew him, right? I was kicking it one day, probably like smoking a little blunt or something like that. I meet this one guy, he's chill, we just start chopping up. He tells me his name's PayPay. I'm like, man, I got you on Snapchat. I listen to your music, This was way back when, we were still doing SoundCloud, no way we were in a studio. So, we chopped it up a little bit. We weren't, the best of friends, right? Until maybe a couple months goes by, and I see him with my best friend at the time, and I was like, y'all know me? He's like, what? That's crazy. I didn't know you knew this white dude, right? That's cool. So we just start chopping it up, and then soon enough, we were just kind of in the same clique. We see each other around. He starts doing his music stuff, and I just liked it, to be honest. I start going out to his shows. I believe that might have been junior or senior year when he first started getting shows, but I just remember the first one I went to. He performed 88. It was his first show, and I just remember thinking, damn, this shit is interesting. It was my first time going out to a club or anything like that, and I was like, the energy was undefeated, man. I remember going home that night and shit thinking, man, I want to be, in front of those people doing the same shit one day. So that's a little something about me, my roots with 88 and PayPay. I've been living in Phoenix, Arizona my whole life, born and raised. My family's from Bosnia, a small little European country. War refugees, unfortunately. But, yeah, that's a little something about me, man.
That's really awesome. I highly relate to that story of just, linking some friends and then seeing them perform live in person. And just, it really changes your view on performing live for people and being an entertainer. Yo, real shit. I went to Amherst, I believe, was it October or November? I think it was around October, and before that happened, I was just scrolling around through Instagram. I forgot which account it was or which friend, but someone posted this picture of a person on their story, and then I looked real closely at the person, and I was like, I remember that face. I haven't seen this person in middle school. I wonder what he's up to. And then he had this thing going on in Amherst, it was a frat party. Well, I didn't know it was a frat party, but his band was going to be playing there. And then I drove all the way to Amherst on a Saturday night. It was a 40-minute drive, but there was some good music playing that time, so I didn't mind. And then when I finally got there, I was just blown away to see this face that I had not seen since middle school. We linked up, I watched him perform, and it just they were so entertaining. There wasn't just passion in their voice or in their energy. They were really about that shit. So I'm really glad that you got to have that sort of experience, man. It really changes your view and how an artist should entertain people, but bring passion to their music. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, 100%. It's also crazy to think about, because I feel like each artist has their own kind of style. at least all those shows I've been to, they're more Arizona underground, but I feel like everybody there, they're at the point where they know music is what they want to do. They're committed, so everybody's passionate about it. They know they want to perform, whether it's their first time or their 50th. So it's just interesting the way like everybody brings a certain confidence and energy with them. Like they know this is their energy. There's this one guy, Joey 602, right? Mm-hmm. That guy, he just knows how to please the crowd, right? He knows how to engage the crowd. His vibe's different from PayPay's, who I feel like, shit, I don't even know how to describe PayPay. It's like you just walk in, bro, and you're like, man, they already playing bangers, like all the songs are bangers, Like that's just how I kind of feel about PayPay. I just feel like there's so many other people. Like you might see one dude who's like on a Detroit scamming flow, and like that's the only dude of the night who even mentions like card numbers, and then you got one dude who sounds like some trapper, moving pounds of weed and whatnot. Then you got like some couple talking about love. So, but they all like bring a certain energy, it seems like they know what they got to do and they belong in the field that they're rapping in.
Yeah, you do know, PayPay's style is chaotic, but I absolutely love it. When I shared the track that he wanted my group, the Maje tic Mindz, to record on them, they were very, very impressed, and I was not expecting that to hear from them. But like, the more the better. Like that episode I recorded with him a few months ago has probably got to be my favorite episode I've ever recorded with any of the guests I've had on the show, because like you said, he's got a lot of energy, and like he's a really great guy, and I had the pleasure of meeting with him, and even today we still talk, and I plan on featuring him in an upcoming song from the album. Well, you may know this firsthand. I still gotta tell him, but yeah, he's a really great guy. Also, shout out to the East Coast Oracles in ShmooTube, or Sam, for linking me up and introducing me to your group and for what you guys do. You guys are very talented, laid back, and I appreciate the passion, energy, and the amount of consideration you guys put into what you do. Keep it going. But yeah, man.
Appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, really.
So with being the co-founder of the 88 Music brand, is it any more different than being an artist? Do you have more work to do? Is there things you have to look over? I'm very curious, because as the founder of Maje tic Mindz, single-handedly, we don't really have a co-founder. I kind of like do everything other than like the music and sometimes the mixing, but for me it is a lot of times a lot of work, and it gets a little chaotic. What do you have anything to really say about being a co-founder?
Yeah, so I was kind of thinking about this question today. I couldn't even lie. I feel like the best way to describe my role versus PayPay's, he's more running a label, I'm running a business is kind of the way I kind of see it, like I'm kind of more over the financial stuff, and PayPay is kind of the one that just kind of knows about it, he's the one running the label, finding the new connections, he knows where to go, right, and then he puts me on with it, so I learn, but I'm really the one that's, good with numbers. I just know how to run a business, I've always been a hustler, so, but I think PayPay, he's always been more into music, and it's just kind of more familiar with that turf.
Yeah. Well, the thing with me is that I'm very business savvy, and like I have a lot of creative ideas, so it really, really helps. But it would definitely be better to have like someone by the side, or like as a co-founder. There's like 4 of us in total. We help around with things. But like some people got work, some people got school, and some people got some stuff to do with some people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, at the same time, though, I feel like even though I say I'm like running more of a business, it's still I have to like put my own spin on it to make it work, right? This is the music industry. You have to be creative. And I feel like that's also why I'm an amazing fit with 88 and with PayPay, right? Because even though I do like my money, I like learning about money, I like running business and whatnot, you still got to know, like, okay, what can I do to possibly max out my viewers? What can I do to max out my profits, right? What can I just do to make my business the best in whatever we're doing? I feel like if you just try and do it by the book, like read a business book and try and do it, you're going to fail, but just, I like the idea of me and PayPay doing it together, because sometimes I'm the one doing creative stuff, he's the one doing business, but other times we switch, we just complement each other very well.
That's really good. Yeah, you're definitely right about the business part. You got to have some sort of aspect or experience with business, because if you try to run through this whole music shit, you ain't got a plan, you fucked. You are fucked. Luckily, when I was a child, me and my little bro would just make comics. We sell them to kids. We trade Legos. Like we were really in that scene, but like we weren't like, you know what I mean? Just mostly selling comics, trading, and hell, even sex for once in a while. So we already had that experience from an early age. How did you become? Can I say business savvy, or you just know the business?
That's a good question, man. I'm gonna say one thing. Ever since I was a young child, I know for a fact since like seventh grade, but probably since I was younger, I knew I wanted to be rich, and I knew I wanted to own a lot of property. Right, that's the one thing. I always knew that. So, and I feel like it had a lot to do with my dad, you know, because growing up, we'd move around here and there, and every single time we moved into a house, it would be the idea of, all right, yeah, we're probably going to move in like 2 or 3 years, right? But we're still going to try and make like a $10,000 profit or $5,000 profit. And I saw that each time, you know, and I just feel like it eventually paid off, and I just knew it well, and I just felt like, you know, it seemed simple to me. It just seemed like basic buying and selling. Buy something, fix it up a little bit, and sell it, you know? So I feel like that played a big role in it, just wanting to become financially independent and rich. And then furthermore, I feel like a lot of the times, man, also in seventh grade, that's how I remember I was super into like Supreme, Yeezys and all that hypey stuff. I was watching a lot of Rice Gum. And I didn't have a job. I was like in the seventh grade. My parents, they were like, man, do your chores. We're not going to give you an allowance. You know, you live here, right? So I'm like, man, what can I do to make money? And shit, I just had so many ideas, you know, it just kind of, you feel me? Like I just wanted to go do something. My parents were going to approve it, and I knew I wanted to do it. I knew I was going to do it, so I had to get the money from somewhere.
True. Yeah, I can say I was lucky. My parents would just hand me some cash on the side when I was in middle school, and then when I got a little older, hold on, my memory's fucked up. All right, I used Facebook Marketplace to make a little cash on the side. Then the pandemic came, and then I don't know what happened to Facebook. I think people were getting freaking shot on the site or murdered. So that probably killed the reps. Bottom line is, yeah, just like have things on the side, have on ever going income, and then you should be fine. But you mentioned Yeezys and Rice Gum. And I was like, I haven't heard that shit since like 2013 or 2014. Shit. Let's see. I'm 22. How old are you in PayPay?
I'm 18. I believe PayPay's 19 or yeah, he's 20.
He's 20?
Yes, sir.
You're
I
both.
believe so, cause yeah, I believe so.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I know we ain't old enough for blunt raps just yet, so shit, we're waiting on that one, but yeah.
Yo, I thought he was way older than that. Holy, yo, that fucking bamboozled. You got me bamboozled, bro. I thought PayPay was older than me. What the fuck?
Bro, he does look old, especially when he grows out his facial hair. He looks way older. He could definitely pass off as like 22.
Shit, so like, are you guys around the same age?
You said what?
Are you around the same age?
Yeah. I mean, man, I want to say, I'm trying to think. Yeah, okay, so I know for a fact that he was 2 grades above mine, because I also had a friend who I hang out with a lot who was in the same class as him. So he was 2 grades above mine, so he's about a year or two older than me at most.
Oh, okay, because like you said Rice Gum, and then, I don't know, it's like, wait, this isn't 90s shit, so I had to think for a bit. But yeah, that's really interesting, so, because Rain, who's in my group, I've known him since the 7th grade. So we have a very long history of each other. I remember, whenever we had like rap outs or we just wanted to like play around, I could just never, when it came to rapping, I can never beat him. I think his win streak to this day is at least like 17-3 or 4. Because he
was fucking you up.
I know, I hate to admit it. The only person who could compete with him was my best friend Joshua. But like, he used to listen to. You ever heard a rapper called Watsky or Watsky? I don't know if I'm pronouncing it.
What kind of style does he have?
It's like a super fast flow. It's like. I don't know the name of the style, but it's like a semi-fast flow. It's like this and then something like that.
Yeah, I don't know him. I can't lie. I don't really like music like that.
But you heard of Watsky, though, right? He was in epic rap outs of history. He played Shakespeare.
Oh, yeah, of course, you should have just said that, man. Of course I know it.
I probably should have started with that. Yeah.
Man, I haven't watched those YouTube videos in so long. Holy shit, I know what I'm about to do tonight. Fuck.
I still watch and they make new episodes to this day.
Oh, do they? Shit.
Yeah.
I know what I'm about to watch. Hell yeah. Got me reliving old memories.
For real, I think the last one was Laura Croft versus Indiana Jones or some shit.
I'm dead.
But yeah, man, yeah, just like having like gone to school with him, we have a very long history of each other. He left in the 9th grade, unfortunately, but I was able to re-link up with him during the pandemic through Joshua, and I hadn't seen him in years, so it was really crazy. He had gone through like a spiritual journey, and like he's more like outwardly, like you know those type of hippies that like go outside barefoot and all that.
Homegirls is just like that.
Yeah, for real, man. He's the same as I met him. The only difference is he has dreads now, and he's way taller than me now.
Hey, I gotta meet him, bro, because I don't know what it is, but I always get along with hippies and emos. Like, I don't know what it is. Sometimes I feel like he's dressed like a basic white dude at times, you know, but like you wouldn't expect it at me because I never dressed emo or hippie. But I don't know. I get along with that crowd, so shit.
I used to have a very huge emo phase in middle school, but I'm not going to talk about that right now. So, for the 88 Music brand, right, managing new artists, getting ready for the album, would you happen to feel free to talk more about the album? Because it's been discussed on this podcast with two of the previous guests, but I feel like there could be more light shine on it since like the release date is coming really soon and we want people to be interested in this project. Also, by the way, Maje tic Mindz is on that album. We're on Misfits.
You heard the man, so when Misfits drops, y'all better go stream it. But all right, look, man, we have the deluxe coming out, the Forever Follows Deluxe. Pretty much is going to be the same songs you see, a couple extra features like any other deluxe, right? Don't sleep on these features, right? Maje tic Mindz is going to be on it. I mean, if you guys are watching his channel, you guys obviously fuck with him. So do both of us a solid, right? Go stream that one when it drops. But overall, I'm excited for these features, right? I don't want to say exactly too much, you know, because I just really think it's a lot of talent that we're going to bring in. I believe we already did bring in a lot of talent with the original, but I think with the deluxe, we're just going to like keep working on that. You know, I think there's a lot of new talent that's going to be coming. If you felt like the guys like A.B. Swavey, you know, were really talented, I think there's going to be other guys that you're like, man, this album's fucking, every song was a banger, man. Everybody played their part. That's all I'm going to say right now. I will say we will have some music videos dropping and whatnot. We're working on all that right now, so stay tuned.
Awesome. I can't wait. Make sure to stream it when it releases. We will post it's not out yet, but I'll just post in that Instagram post where like you guys talk about it in the link, the description below. So with an album coming out and being the founder of co-founder, what the fuck is wrong with my brain, of 88 Music brand, what do you guys have in store for 2023?
So 2023, we have pretty much the next 6 months planned out. So January, we hope to get the Forever Follows Deluxe done. Some JJ the Same music videos and an album, right? Some Remy music videos. That's what we want, Forever Follows music videos, right? So you're going to be seeing a lot more music, right? You're going to see a whole nother album just from JJ the Same. So that's exciting right there. Plus some music videos. Who doesn't love one of those? You know, it's just best way to listen to a song, in my opinion, music video. So that's going to be exciting. We got some people doing their first music videos too. Exciting stuff. A lot of developments happening for both the artist and the brand overall. In February, we're going to do some more music videos for the deluxe album. We're also going to do some more music videos for JJ the Seon's album, which again, going to be super exciting. JJ, my opinion, he's just a guy that has the energy, man. Like, shit, you just got to be around him. You know, I can't wait for those music videos personally. You know, I know those days are going to be full of fun. I know JJ's going to be cracking jokes. I know JJ's going to have a good time. Everybody who's around JJ ends up having a good time. So I'm just excited for these music videos. And lastly, in the month of February, you know, FYB Kenny, he's going to drop his first EP. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And then in March, we're going to be doing some of my own music videos. FYB Kenny music videos dropping. Haven't decided what songs I want to do yet. So, you know, stay tuned. And we're also going to have a Compost album dropping and music videos. So getting it all done in the month. Me, Compost, we're going to turn up the month of March, right? Y'all going to be lit thanks to me and Compost. In April, we're going to have Scott Shields and PayPay do a whole EP. And then we're also going to have the EP music videos dropping with that. I don't know if you've heard the song Hell or High Water with Scott Shields and PayPay, but damn, man, that is a piece of art if I've ever seen one before.
I've heard...
That is just...
Oh, sorry, my bad.
No, you're good, man. Go ahead.
I've heard ONG or ONC. I forgot the name with J Badge. And then I've heard the Heart song. And yeah, dude, no, PayPay is super talented. Super talented. And I just can't wait for this new album to drop, especially the deluxe version. I gotta keep my eyes wide open for that because I got so many things going on. But I always have a spot to listen to some new music, so that's exciting. Make sure y'all write this down. Y'all gotta write this down, man. They are making a scene within the 6 following months, right? Kenny's dropping some music, right? PayPay's dropping an album. Yeah, man. Just, I'm excited. So with 2023 coming up, you guys releasing new music, an album. You got an EP coming out. We're in the future. What do you think? As an artist, independent, mainstream, doesn't matter. What do you think an artist should prepare for coming this year in 2023?
Ooh, any artist in general?
Just any, whoever's listening.
Man, I don't know what it is, but I feel like there's going to be like a new genre of rap that's going to be coming out. I think it's going to be the wave. I don't know how to describe it, but if you listen to Babytron, I believe something like that, I believe, is going to just pop off, right? Maybe some new type of beats we've seen rather than like trap beats, you know. But I think rap as a whole is just going to be kind of changing within the next year, I believe. I don't think we're going to be seeing as many drill rappers, or if we are seeing them, I think it's going to be like a completely different flow. The drill rappers you're thinking about right now, they're not going to sound like what they are in a year's time. That's what I believe. So I think right now the most important thing for artists is just be fluid, right? Changes happen. It's going to happen whether you like it or not, so you got to be ready to change, you know? Work on all types of different beats, all type of different flows, try out some new shit, you know, because you never know what might be the wave, and you never know if you're the one that starts the wave, or you never know if you're one of the OGs in the wave, you know, so shit, you might as well try and surf.
Yeah, man, just, can you imagine if freaking, because we got Babytron on the track, can you imagine if Baby Shark just, like, became a new genre? Baby Shark, do-do-do-do-do, going through the hood, got on my booze, sorry, that's corny. Oh my gosh, but yeah, for drill, I don't think drill is gonna die anytime. Now, I won't disagree that there are drastic changes that will happen in a genre, and artists should learn to adapt to that. But I don't know, drill has become more mainstream recently, and it's gone as far as to being played on American radio stations, which I didn't really see happening, but it should not be a surprise to me. Many world or outwardly, or just music now within the United States is becoming more popular. You have Thames, who I believe is an African artist. I forgot where she's from, but I don't think she was born in the U.S. Or she was. I can't remember. And then Afrobeat as a whole genre is also becoming more popular. So you could say the modern mainstream music scene is becoming more cultural and more worldly in a sense, which I think is good because it incentivizes people to look into more different various parts of music that aren't within the United States or Western nations, you know? It's very interesting.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I also think, I think it's going to be definitely true that we're going to see more cultures and whatnot. I mean, there's this one artist, you might have heard of him. I think his name's Central C, I want to say. He's some British dude, right? And I remember, maybe a year ago, right, anybody in America, man, I don't listen to that New York shit, or not New York, some English shit, right? You go to England, go to London, they're probably like, man, fuck King Von and all them, you know, we don't like that type of drill, you know? But then, I forgot the name of the song that he dropped maybe 6 months ago, but it just blew up. And, everybody was listening to people in America, right? Just everybody liked it. I didn't really see people mentioning, it was a British artist like he was other times. So
was it called Doja Cat?
I think that's exciting to see, too.
I don't remember. Was it called Doja Cat? I know he had Doja Cat in the
lyrics.
Yeah, but everyone was obsessed with that one.
TikTok.
That one was funny. How can I be homophobic? My chick is gay. That is so funny. Yeah, but Central C, I can hear his new stuff. But yeah, people should really be more open to just listening what's in the scene, be it a Western nation, Africa, or hell, even Puerto Rico or Brazil. Just really just allowing yourself into just various types of genre. It also sharpens your skill set in knowledge of music. I know just listen to everything or just whatever sounds good or is available out there has really changed my perspective on music in a lot of ways. Would you have any similar? Well, we already know you do, but like, is there anything that's on your mind besides drill? You listen to any Afro beats, reggaeton?
So funny you kind of mentioned that. So yeah, I remember I want to say like a couple months ago I started smoking weed and all that again. And at the time I forgot the name of the song, but I was listening to like a lot of Jamaican shit. Like not even just because stereotypical stoner. I remember it was just like one day on my YouTube playlist I clicked on it. I was like, yeah, matter of fact, fuck this American shit. You know, I'm vibing to this right now. So there was that. But it was really the moment when I was in the studio. We were making the Forever Files album. A.B. Swavey was doing his song. And he was doing a part with Spanish, you know. And I've heard of Bad Bunny and all the names before, you know, blowing up. They're doing mixed shit, you know. And I'm like, I hear him doing it. And I thought I wasn't a fan of that type of music, you know, two different languages from the same artist and the same song. But then really hearing it and shit, I was like, damn, bro, that shit goes stupid, right? So I've been listening to some 80s Swavey. You know, I've just been really just listening to different type of genres. I don't listen to 6ix9ine, but I know he had a couple songs where he did something like that, or he like did completely Spanish songs. I know those blew up. They did numbers. They did better than all of his other songs that were in English. So there's something to look forward to. And personally, me, after I heard A.B. Swavey in the studio, I was kind of thinking like, man, on one of these songs, I want to say some shit in my own language, you know, just like a stupid bar. So that's probably something you're going to see in my EP.
That's really cool. I didn't know he really rapped in Spanish because, like, well, I let's be honest, I haven't really been listening to him in a while, especially considering controversy. But to a degree, I do like him in terms of what he does, not exactly what he represents. But 6ix9ine's meh, in my book. I don't really. Because, like, despite the controversy, he's alright. He's alright. But just hearing that he raps in Spanish and the songs he raps in Spanish are more popular remind me of a song from. You ever heard of a virtual band called Gorillaz, right? You heard of them, right?
The Gorillaz? No, I've never heard of them before.
Oh man, where have you been, bruh? But yeah, they're just virtual band, and they released a song in their first studio album with the same title as their band name, called Latin Simone. And when I first heard it, I was absolutely obsessed with the song because, like, the way how it was a fusion of jazz and Afro-Cuban, and the orchestration was just perfect. And I found out there's an English version where Damon Albarn, the lead singer and co-creator of the group, sung in English. And apparently, when I learned more about the lyrics and the whole process of creating a song, in the English version, right, which is original, he is singing to a friend who's depressed. In the Spanish version, featuring I can't remember his name. Abraham Fever, he basically answers his call, but in Spanish, which is very, very interesting. So it shows music being, you know, a universal language, even though we're not on the same wavelength or we don't speak the same language. It's really interesting. So thank you for sharing that. Before we go, is there anything you'd like the audience to know? Anything they want people to be on the lookout for before we close this episode out?
Looking forward, like I said, Forever Files coming out. If you follow the 88 music page, you're going to see if we have any, not studio session, I'm trying to think of the word, any shows, any open mics coming up, you know, so you should pop out. I know JJ, Remy, we're really trying to get them to perform. I know JJ can't wait. I know Remy can't wait. So I know they already had a good amount of fans before they joined 88. I know they had a lot of people still listening to this day who aren't from 88 or who aren't really, like, in tune with 88. So really, if you like even just a single artist, I say just keep up with 88, you know, because you never know when might be the chance to go see them live for the first time. And something I always say, 88 Music, we're going to be the ones that put Arizona on the map. You know, we got Phoenix, we got this big ass city, right? Other people have tried to do it. The Suns, they ain't never won a championship for Arizona. Cardinals ain't never won a championship for Arizona, or shit, they might have like one time, but still they're trash. So like, I believe me and Payton, we're going to be the ones that do it. We have the talent necessary. So shit, pop out and be able to say you knew your favorite rapper, you saw your favorite rapper perform before they were the next big thing. Because I promise you, they're going to be the next big thing, and you're going to regret it. So don't have any regrets. Don't die with regrets.
Damn, y'all heard that? This man says he and his group is going to be the scene of Arizona. Keep out for the 88 Music Brand, keep out for Kenny, keep out for PayPay Freeman, and keep out for Ali. All right, they're making big things happen. All right, big things. All right. Stay safe, stay in the scene, and we will see you another time. Peace.
All right, my man. Thank you for having me. Have a good rest of your day. Stay safe. Much love.
Right, no problem. Happy 2023 to all the independent artists out there, and we are out.